for Producer's Picks.
And now, the feature so many of our listeners wait for each day. Producer's Picks.
You guys know Jared loves Star Trek. You know that he loves sports and he loves good coffee. But there's other things you don't know about Jared, and sometimes we find out during Producer's Picks. This is when Jared, my producer, goes through all of the stories of the day and handpicks the ones that are sparking interest in him. Jared, take it away.
And good news, Star Trek and sports intersect in today's Producer's Picks, but not right off the top.
Yes, that's awesome news. I'm so excited for both of those things.
As well you should be. So, John Kerry is making his carbon footprint felt everywhere, whether it be his family flying to Chicago or his chin crossing state lines before him. Whatever it is, he's out there fighting climate, one carbon footprint at a time. However, I don't know if you know this, but Joe Biden is having a world leader climate party at the White House, I believe, next week. But unfortunately, one person who John Kerry really wants to be there won't be showing up. This was on CNN.
President Biden is hosting a summit next week with world leaders, and more than 40 heads of state will be taking part in that virtual summit. And the president is asking every country to raise their ambition so that we can meet the targets of Paris and, in fact, exceed them and do what we need to do for the next 10 years. We hope China will join us.
Has Xi Jinping committed to taking part in Biden's summit next week?
No, he hasn't yet.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
He thinks we're a joke.
Ain't no party like a Chinese Communist Party. Am I right?
I mean, it's John Kerry's climate party, and he can cry if he wants to. You know that expression, Jared, they say where it's like, the beatings will continue until morale improves? The private jet flying will continue until global warming improves. And that's just it. He will continue on this tour. He does not care how many metric tons of poisonous gas emissions he has to put into the air. He will fix this problem, even if it's an inconvenient truth for all you NASCAR watchers.
All right, I hope you got your Sunday night schedule cleared out because we got big news. Sunday night, President Biden, former President Obama, Michelle Obama, and a bevy of celebrities will roll up their sleeves, quote, this weekend as part of a starry-filled vaccination TV special. Airing Sunday on NBC, Roll Up Your Sleeves aims to, quote, educate viewers, raise awareness, and dispel concerns surrounding the COVID-19 vaccines. End quote.
Well, were the Golden Globes ratings and the Oscar ratings and the Grammy ratings not enough to tell these people that nobody wants to hear from them?
It was not.
What kind of message do we need to send for you guys to understand that we barely want to see you in TV shows and movies anymore? We're just barely hanging on. We definitely don't want to see you talking about the Fauci ouchie.
Definitely an all-star lineup, including Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
I do love Matthew McConaughey. I can't lie to you.
Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert.
Really? He cleared out his schedule. That was the New York Post piece that compared him to that, what was it, Sylvia Miles? Is that her name?
Yes.
Who would go to the opening of an envelope. He has her beat because he would go anywhere with a TV camera. Anywhere. Yep. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up here yet to get on our YouTube stream. Popped up behind me.
Yes, among the other celebrities appearing, Ellen Pompeo, Amanda Seyfried, Wanda Sykes, Jane Seymour, Jennifer Lopez, Billy Crystal, Faith Hill, Ava Longoria, Jennifer Hudson, Lin-Manuel Miranda from Hamilton, Demi Lovato, Joel McHale. So it's going to be a virtual who cares of the who's who telling you why you should get vaccinated with the Roll Up Your Sleeves Sunday night. But
I just got tired of listening to that. I just yawned listening to that. That sounds so boring.
It gets better, though, because if you can't roll up your sleeves fast enough, next month, a massive event touting vaccinations was announced. Global Citizens Vax Live, the concert to reunite the world. So remember when they did, well, you probably don't remember, but they did Farm Aid They've done other celebrity.
Is that the one with Queen?
Yeah, well, that Live Aid, Farm Aid, yes, the Queen, the famous.
I was just
yes.
watching that last night.
Yeah, so this is another We Are the World moment, telling you to get vaccinated. So unless I see Joe Biden in a Stetson hat, tap dancing and singing Mr. Bojangles, I want no part of this.
Tap dancing, Lord, Jared, he's trying to just get up the stairs.
That's what I'm talking about.
I have to say, I watched that movie. Is it called Queen or is it called Bohemian Rhapsody?
Oh, the one that came out. I think it's Bohemian Rhapsody. That came out.
Really, I've
one with,
seen it before.
Rami Malek
really good. And you don't realize how many hits they had.
Yeah, they sneak up on you.
Oh my God, they sneak up on you, and how they created them. Very cool. I like all the live action between the audience. That's how I try to be with you guys.
I'm just picturing you with a mustache right now. All right.
You just picture me saying to the audience, "Sing back to me." It was really a cool movie.
It's been a while, but we have Tales from Chicago.
Oh. In the competition, let me tell you, it is fierce.
So, sad news for Chicago, especially for Chicago area fire station, and from Chicago firehouses after a dog killed a smaller pet walking near an Englewood fire station. So, firehouses, they used to have the Dalmatians as the mascots. It's kind of a big symbol. Well, in Chicago, no more dogs in the firehouses, of which the vast majority of them did have dogs as whether they were mascots or, just companions for the firefighters. No more dogs allowed.
I kind of get that, honestly. It's like you got enough going on in a fire department, If a fire breaks out somewhere and the fire department, they need to be ready to go. They need to slide down the poles. They need to put on the hard hats. You don't need a canine, getting in between everyone's feet. Maybe he's taken the hose and he's got it rolled up in his little bed or something. There are a lot of things can go wrong when you have a dog. And also, I just want to mention this. Dr. Matt, who is a guest of the Howie Carr Show and has been on the Grace Curley Show as well, he has imparted a lot of wisdom onto me. And he actually told me, which I had heard before, the Dalmatians are very, very aggressive. And I'm not sure if he said aggressive or just not that bright.
I think they have a blindness issue, too, more than any other dog.
And if there's a Dalmatian community out there, I'm sorry. I'm not offending. I'm just saying they're tricky dogs in general, and I'm sure there are some great ones. But to have them in the fire department when, all hell's breaking loose, and then you've got Spot running around causing chaos, just seems like one less thing to worry about.
Yes, this stemmed from a dog named Bones, believed by the Chicago Fire Department to be a mixed breed stray taken off the street, who was living at engine 116 at 60th Street and Ashland Avenue. It got out and killed a small breed dog that was being walked in the area. So
Bones
was the dog's name.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I did promise an intersection of sports and Star Trek, but we will start with sports. By now, I'm pretty sure everyone has seen this. Yesterday afternoon, or maybe early evening, the New England Patriots terminated Julian Edelman's contract, which left everybody scratching their heads, but it was a precursor to Julian Edelman's retirement from football because of a knee injury. He recorded the video for all the fans. This was part of it. This was towards the end.
It's a hell of a run. And I can't forget you, Patriot Nation. You guys have welcomed me and my family to a region we didn't know. But now, I'm one of you. I'm going to leave you guys with 2 words. Foxborough, forever.
7th round pick, quarterback converted to wide receiver, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 2nd all-time in postseason receiving yards, behind only Jerry Rice. Hangs him up because of a knee injury.
Yeah, great player, team player. I know he's really tight with TB.
Yep.
There's still some people speculating whether or not he really
is retiring or if he's going to pull a Gronk. It seems like his knee is so bad that he just can't continue, but we'll see.
But I love Julian Edelman. I wish him the absolute best, and I thank him as a Patriots fan. He really, and he's tough too, Jared. That's one thing I always notice. He's not a big guy, and he would get hit, but he would bounce right back up.
There were some times like that Seattle Super Bowl, he was clearly concussed.
Oh, yeah.
And he just kept going. But Julian Edelman, thank you. And at the end of his video, this is what I loved. You know, he's at Gillette Stadium. He's sitting on the field, and now he's just walking towards the field, towards the end zone, and
Beam me up.
he does the Star Trek transporter ending where he says, beam me up, and then he shimmers into the transporter, which that was cool for me. That was an intersection.
So that was a double whammy for you.
It was a double whammy for me.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you.
And that's all for Producer's Picks today.
All right. Thank you very much, Jared. Allergy season is here, and that means one thing. You need the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Warmer temps are creeping up, and you're going to want to open those doors and windows, but that means pollen's going to come in. That means it's going to get dusty and you're going to get itchy. Your nose is going to get runny. But if you have the Eden Pure Thunderstorm, it can help with all of that. Jared, explain to people exactly how it helps your allergies.
So the Eden Pure Thunderstorm does what naturally happens after a thunderstorm, which is why they call it the thunderstorm. It ionizes and cleans the air. It gets rid of pollutants. It gets rid of some viruses. It gets rid of any odors. And it cleans the air around you, which for somebody like me with allergies, even with medication, you don't always get all the symptoms. But to be in the clean air for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm, it has absolutely changed the way I breathe. It's changed the way I look at allergies. And just very quickly, 617 texted in, "Hi, Grace and Jared. Will the thunderstorm work on cigar smoke in my wife's car well enough so that she will not know I had smoked a cigar in her car?"
Oh, man. I don't know if I want it to work because that's a sneaky move.
I dare say I do believe it will get rid of the cigar smoke.
Yes, it will.
But just, be careful when you try to play those games. That's all.
Crack a window.
Yeah.
I remember my Nana used to sometimes, when she would come over, she would try to smoke. And, she would smoke outside. But once in a while, my mom would smell it, and she knew that she was just near an open window, and she just had it kind of sitting towards the outside. Right now, you can get the Thunderstorm at the lowest price available. Just use code word GRACE and you will save an additional $10 off the sale price and get free shipping. Go to EdenPure.com, click on the radio banner, and again, put in code word GRACE at checkout. That's EdenPure.com, radio banner, and code word GRACE. Do not miss it. We'll be back on the other side with the one and only Howard Lawrence Carr. This is The Grace Curley Show.
The Grace Curley Show will be right back.